lost you. Oh, okay, we're going live.
Hardly wrong when I'm right, I'm hardly correct.
Man,
Hardly alive when I'm good, but hardly a mess. Hard to survive when you living life with regret. Hard to rely on the lies you're telling yourself. If I don't die from the pain, it's gonna be from the regret. It's gonna be from the regret.
Every time.
It's gonna be from the regret. If I don't, it's gonna be from the
Every time.
Man, welcome everybody, man, to another episode of Allegedly, the podcast, man, with me and my boy Camino Rome, man. We got us a very special guest today, man. We got my man Uncle Henny, man. A lot of y'all know him from our other podcasts and stuff, man. One of our favorite Facebook users on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite. It took me a lot for him to let me in, though. I needed a personal reference, but hey.
Damn, you say when you added him, he ain't accept that joint immediately?
Nah, I had to sit for like 2 months, and then it took for you to come through like, no, that's my boy. Let him in. He like, oh, okay, I was sure gonna let him sit there.
Damn. He said he was looking at the list like,
yeah,
I
ain't check off the boxes.
I'm a predicate Facebook felon. I was probably suspended, didn't even see the shit. Don't even, know what I mean?
You say when he sent it just fell through the cracks. You was already disabled and everything, huh?
COs ain't give me my mail. That's all it was.
Hey, I can see how that happened.
You can see how that happened.
Hey, before we get started, one time to Tone, man. Shout out to Tone Chick-fil-A sauce, man. Dripping that Chick-fil-A sauce. One time to Tone, dripping that Chick. That's an inside. This might land later.
That into y'all search engines. Chick-fil-A sauce on YouTube, all streaming platforms. My nigga Tone, the producer behind everything. Chick-fil-A sauce, not the actual sauce. His song.
Yeah.
It's about the sauce.
Yeah, it's about the sauce. Dripping that Chick-fil-A sauce.
Hey, you hear me?
Hey, that ain't the ad, though, y'all. That ain't the ad, though. That ain't the ad.
But my nigga do got a song called Chick-fil-A sauce that y'all streaming on all platforms. Y'all can go check out, though, man. My nigga Big Wall, man. Yeah, man, but we got a great show for y'all today, man. We're going to sit back, man, and talk about the double standards in relationships. Now, I asked and I prayed to God and I asked him to bring some females on here to have a different aspect on them, and hopefully they might come through. One of them already backed out. If the other one did, y'all got to blame God because he ain't want y'all to be represented on the show. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna sit here and bash women all night for the next hour, or really just point out y'all how it's the double standards in religion.
Tried to get a woman on here to represent y'all. They didn't.
My man Unc is an expert in these categories. He's been married longer than Cam has been breathing. You know what I'm saying? So he's an expert in relationships, and he's still married, been married, continue to be married, and so we brought an expert on.
Hey, and also if we got a female watching that want to come on and tap in, and you can represent the ladies, just DM me or comment or whatever, and I'll send you the link to come tap in. If that's
and of course, your questions, you always can just type them in, and we're gonna post them. We're gonna answer all of them and stuff, But I guess the best place would be to start with the whole Jada and Will Smith.
Well, we're gonna skip past the spotlight.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my fault. You know what? Hey, I forgot that Cam was doing Under the Spotlight today. Man, he got under the black light, man. Some of the things y'all been doing on Facebook that ain't sit well with him.
Hey, bring up the one about the Hooters pictures first, Tone. Bring up the jokes first. Man, I just seen this right before I came in and thought that was hilarious. And the only reason I really think it's funny because I thought the wings do be getting big. I don't like them like that. They have been getting big. It wasn't even about the women.
They be working out.
Yeah, it wasn't even about the women. That had to be Halloween though. That ain't proper.
Yeah, I'm sure that was Halloween. Nah. But my thing was like I ain't had no problem with them dressing up, but ain't none of they titties really big though. And I thought Hooters was based on Hooters. You know what I'm saying? So like,
what is Hooters? That's a word.
Maybe they changed
That's a word
the
that means something like that.
What, Hooters? Yeah, Hooters is like an old school word for like titties. You know what I mean? Like eyes. Eyes are real big, like Hooters. That's where it pretty much comes from. So that's why most of the women who work at Hooters were predominantly probably white women, because a lot of white women have big breasts or are fantasized about their big breasts, that white men like big breasts. You know what I mean?
You learn something every podcast. That's deep.
Yeah, man. So I was confused, but I guess nowadays they probably ain't really, they more concerned about that we can look like these skinny bitches too.
Man. Hey,
I guess that's what they were shooting for. I was like, damn, where the Hooters at?
Bring up the one with the dogs. Bring up not you, the other man.
Man, who is that? Man.
Hey, I just need to get his shine. Like, this just show racism right here. This is racism in a nutshell. Like, damn. I don't know. That's just what came to my mind.
You said that just because her dog white and she white and his dog black and he black.
And look at the relationships though.
Like, you see, he kind of really ain't really fuck. He fuck with his dog, but really not that close. And
shit, yeah, like you cool enough, but not cool enough to be eating off my hands while I'm eating cool. Like, you feel like you cool though.
Not kiss you in the mouth cool.
That's like that just show the relationship. Like, I see it, and the dog know it too.
You say hers. You see how comfortable the dogs look. Like the one on the right look like, you sure I could be in the pic?
Like when your girl be want you to post her, so you finally post her. So he like, that's all that was. That's all that was.
And the other dog look comfortable dead. They like motherfucker woke him up out his sleep to take the pic and shit. You hear
Come
me?
on,
like
man.
this.
You know he ain't cheating.
You say he comfortable?
Yeah, family man. Hey, run the one with Jacquees. Man, his caption was "fuck friends," but the caption was in the pic. That's why I just thought that was funny. Like, I know he did that on purpose. That was like corny. That's what I think is funny, because I'm corny. So stuff like that I think funny. He was like "fuck friends," but he wrote it too. He should have just said caption and pic to been a little more cooler. But hey,
damn. You said "fuck friends" in his shirt. You say he might didn't, but at the same time, he might didn't know that his shirt said "friends."
Matter of fact, I didn't even think about it like that. It might have shocked him.
He might have looked like, damn, I might need to take this down. Cam might see this.
Man, he might decide to rap after that. He like, I got a road play. Hey,
said "fuck friends." All I ever did was show love. God damn, it sounds like you might need to pick some better friends.
Run the Facebook post from Charmonique, Tone. Hey man, I seen this post. It ain't funny, but I just thought I just didn't know if they was talking about like people in.
I often give my number to guys to simply survive the interaction. You just never really know who's crazy. Blah blah.
Man, it's kind of sad.
She said, "I usually respond to men because I'm honestly terrified I will be hurt for saying no. Me risk it all, but interested in keeping my life. I've been cussed out, called all types of names, and even followed to my car, walk my parking lot. They wouldn't I don't think, man, walk off from big and come out." But my thing is like, God damn, not you just like we just fucking terrorists.
I mean, it might be dudes out here like that. That's what made me look like.
I understand that, but she like, I always respond to dudes just so I don't get hurt for saying no. Like, I don't know, like every dude not trying to holler at you either, though. You know what I'm talking about? Because like I messaged her, and she's somebody who I asked to be on the show who had a today engagement that came up that was more important than being on the show. So shout out to Charmonique for not being on the show. She probably won't see this.
All that shit she talk online and she ain't show up for this.
Man, and she did not show up for this. She talking about somebody asked her to do an event, and I could have swore she was doing Forex and didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden today she got to do an event. So I guess,
man, all the Forex people went back to work.
Damn, man. You say they after the unemployment ended for everybody, they had to go back to work too.
Man, not they was hiding behind unemployment. Man, you stupid, bro.
Man, I thought they was investing their unemployment money in Forex. That ain't what they were doing. Oh, he could have fooled me. That's what I would have did if I was in Forex and stuff.
Run this last one. This is a post from Racine page. The last two, actually.
Yeah, this is a little long. You know what I'm saying? So I paraphrase it. Basically, she said that that God looked out for her, and she don't know why the people doing the Holy Spirit, the original story. She said that God, but I know slaves, our very ancestors weren't even Christian. So to say that they prayed to God, because I asked her, what about the slaves?
Yeah,
who prayed? What about why their prayers were never answered? And she said that the slaves were praying to other people. That's me
or somebody.
No, it's not me. That might be
It might be.
Yeah, that might be Yeah, and definitely not me. Ain't nothing going on.
But Bexy, she made a post of something about God, and Racine, like, it was about how God answered her prayers or something like that. And Racine, like, so what about the slaves? And she basically
why they prayers didn't get answers. And she said, she know about her relationship with God. She don't know about their relationship. And that the slaves weren't even Christians and they weren't even praying to God. So that's why he didn't answer their prayers. And I was like, wow. Like, and then she went on to say that after that the religion came from Africans and that the white people gave it back to them, but only gave it to them bits and pieces. I was just confused because I'm like, how do you take somebody's religion and give it back to them? Like, how? Like,
and I was just confused on how God would. I don't know. That was weird. She was basically saying God didn't answer their prayers because they weren't praying to God. So that's why the slaves
praying to trees and suns.
They
used to pray to all different kinds of things. So that's why he didn't answer.
She
even went on as far as saying that people were cursed. She told me I didn't know my history because I hadn't read the Bible, and that people were cursed because of the things that people before him did, which is dumb because it also says in the Bible that no man should be held accountable for what his father has done. But at the same time, people will still say that we punish for what Adam has did. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense, but I try to bring the things that don't make sense to the people to the forefront so that they can see these things and they don't see them. And I understand it. I've been there. Like I told you all the time, Cam, I understand how they feel. I just hate it. You know what I mean? And I still point it out because nobody pointed it out to me. So that's one of the main things I did, man. But so those are the things that kind of rubbed you the wrong way this week, Cam?
Yeah, that's all that really rubbed me the wrong way, that she really typed that out. Like, it was type it out for me. Told you it know your history. Yeah, it was that's basically her telling me he need to take social studies over.
And that's the whole thing right there. That was what just baffled me because like just the simple fact that she typed that out. You know what I mean? It shows the mindset of what people actually think and stuff, man. But enough of those people, man. Let's get into, man, what we came here for, man.
Yeah, we had a track, man, but Racine ain't want to play the track, man. Shout out to King, man. I tried, man. He didn't want to play the track, man. My fault.
It was a no for me.
Yeah,
but you could have still played it. I wouldn't have cared. You could still play the track if you had.
We'll play it next time because we kind of
you know what I'm saying. I just wouldn't have agreed. I would have been like, who? He make music, Sure. But Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, man. Like Jada was in the hot seat, man. Probably a few months ago. I don't know if you've been in. I know you've been out in Facebook, Jay. I know you really don't fuck with social media outside of Facebook. So, she was in the hot seat back when she was messing with the August Alsina, and then it came out. She's saying that when dealing in her sexual relations with Will, she felt like he should know how to please her, and you feel that the person that you know and love should know these things. Should know how you should be loved. It was a lot of it was some of it was taken out of context and some of it wasn't. But it was the simple fact that she was again speaking on private matters that I don't think that she should have been talking about publicly. You know what I mean? Like, because of if the shoe was on the other foot and Will Smith was doing it, then people would have something totally different, like, oh, he wrong, or because it's a double standard on what men can do and what women can do, as well as what men can say and what women can say.
I wholeheartedly agree. Here's the problem. Remember, I'm big on two things. One, never embarrass your mate publicly. And two, remember who invited you to the party. Nobody in 2021 would give a fuck about Jada Pinkett had she not been married to Will Smith, the biggest movie star on earth for the past 25 years. So with that being said, she needs to practice some humility. Now, as a celebrity, I appreciate the fact that they're so candid and open about their relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
They show you the good, the opulent shit, and they show you the bad, the messy shit. With that being said, there needs to be a discussion of what we will and won't discuss publicly, because everything she seems to open her mouth about revolves around Will's shortcomings or something that makes him seem like less than the man that Tupac was at 25 years old when he died.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, because she still breaks down and cries about, this man when she talks about him and stuff.
That'd be
and
awkward.
I understand that people could. You say that'd be awkward if your wife kept breaking it down, crying about me.
Bro.
You hear me? If she kept breaking it, if she kept breaking down, crying about me every time my name came
petty,
up.
Bro. Come on, man, that'll never fly. Come on, man, never.
No way on earth.
You say you'll be sliding the papers across the desk.
For the car this month.
I can understand if once a year she had Tupac Day, like on his birthday, she threw a function. It's cool. That was the homie, right?
Yeah,
we know what it really was. But you're not just gonna keep, acting like life is incomplete because this man's no longer here. When you never go, we were lucky. See, if you'd have been like, he was my first love, we were lovers, this and that, you keep acting like he was just a homie. Nobody's this emotional in a marriage over the homie. Nah. Like, see, so the lies don't match the actions, bro. Like, she needs to, for one, let's call it what it is. Will and Jada probably do some filthy shit together, and he just doesn't want her running her big mouth to the media.
Hey, so he ain't cut her off. You say he got too much.
Yeah, that's it. Like, she knows where all the fucking gadgets and shit are. So he don't want to fuck the bag up. Nobody's gonna believe, you know what I'm saying, that he's a superhero, and she tell all the dirt.
And she been telling the dirt. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he let her open the door a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, and she bum rushed the
show. Like, God damn. And I know, like,
you an inch, you take a mile.
And I mean, and I feel that because, like, I didn't even realize that how Jada relevancy is based on Will Smith. You know what I mean? Like, she's never been nominated for an Oscar. She's not knocking down. I don't even think she's ever been a lead actress other than in nothing. She even in Jason's Lyric. She was
Jason's Lyric is it. That's it. And that's a hood movie. Let's keep it real. She was the lead in a hood movie. You can even go as far as to say, Set It Off, she was the lead to another hood movie.
But that's still another hood movie.
Yeah. Like her mainstream success, like The Matrix or Gotham, all of that came after being married to Will Smith. Like, nothing she did on her own besides really A Different World was on the strength of her. Mm-hmm. So,
and then all the shows that she's in was always based on, like, the nigga Will Smith played in the movie by himself. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nobody was in the movie but him. You know what I'm talking about? Man. And a dog. And every role she had to.
Hold on, was that the one when he was homeless?
Yeah, no,
that's Pursuit of Happiness.
Hey, bro,
that was Pursuit of Happiness.
Why I only cried off one movie and it was Pursuit of Happiness, and I was a kid. That's how cold that shit was, bro. I was a kid and I cried.
Damn, nigga, how fucking young are you? Shit.
27.
Damn.
Yeah, 27.
God damn.
Hey, because he said he was a kid when that came out. Unc, like, man, I was grown as hell watching this.
Hey, I cried from that movie, man. That wasn't hardball. I take that
Unc
back.
said he was super grown.
I take that back. G-Baby made me cry too. I take that back.
Oh, man. But
yeah, that was an emotional movie, though. I had just, like, I had recently lost my mother. My son was like 2 at the time. I was like, one more bad thing would have happened in the movie, I'd have broke down in the theater. That movie was phenomenal. I was on the verge
you
of
said you was on the
it.
edge and shit.
I was like, if I'd have blinked, the tears would have just came down.
Yeah, that shit was real, bro. That was a good one, bro.
Hey, it was
that
real.
Was a good fucking movie.
And Will acted his ass off. You know what I'm talking about? And Will's a great actor and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I like about. But Cam already know my perspective on actors and actors. I feel like these are the greatest liars on earth. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? In order to be an actress or actor, you have to be the greatest liar. You know what I mean? Because you have to be able to be anybody or be any character.
You got to believe your bullshit.
Exactly. You have to say the stuff and be believability with it. You know what I mean? And like, cause like, you know, we come from the battle culture. Like there's dudes who can rap, but they don't have no believability to them. You know what I mean? And so as being an actor, you know what I'm saying? We all know these battle rap niggas lying. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, doing all that shit they talking about.
Because if you was, you wouldn't be at the battle.
Man, goddamn, you'd be in cuffs under the jail. You know they don't play about that shit.
Or the ops know where you at because you've been booked for 6 months.
You said they pulling up to the venue?
Man, come on, man. I bought tickets first day.
Word.
Yeah, so believability goes a long way. So, you know, in entertainment, like you have to be able to be great at lying. And I just feel like, you know, actresses, they all that shit comes from being a great liar. So I'm glad you pointed that out because I never even really realized how relevant she is because of Will Smith. And nobody can't come on here and say different because her accolades would show it if she wasn't. You know what I'm talking about? If she was such a great actress as she is, shit, motherfucker just like, that's Will Smith. Why? Shit, you good. She good, bro. You know
I mean, because she's got all the physical attributes Hollywood looks for. She's petite, she's short, she's super light skinned. Like, and she has a super athletic build. Like all the shit rich white men love. So she should be, you know, like top 5 actresses on earth. But, you know.
Maybe if she was married to a white dude, her career might have because she really can't. She ain't really just that great of an actress, though. You know what I mean? Like she's solid. You know what I'm talking about? In her roles that she plays, like as long as she's supporting somebody, to me, that's how I more so feel. But one thing I don't agree with like, all right, she does the red talk, and I know the whole thing that they do now to me is in light of them being known as this good couple. You know what I mean? And so now me personally, I think they do this shit to jump in front of if something happened, like T.I. and Tiny. Like they doing all this freaky ass shit, and then they got motherfuckers from Atlanta coming back like, hey, wait a minute, they raped me. You know what I'm talking about? And so Will and them trying to jump out in front of this shit, like, for y'all hear anything about us, here it is from the horse's mouth first. You know what I'm talking about? We have an open relationship, so anything because I mean, basically what she did was adultery. You know what I'm talking about? Like she messed with Augusta. That's
you talking about? Okay, with that.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, for her cheating with the dude, that's grounds for divorce. But because they have an open relationship, her lawyer can fight that. Hey, he agreed to this. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. She can do what she wants, just like he can do. Because I'm knowing Will cutting all the baddest bitches in the world. Like, why would he not? It's Will Smith. I'm Will, bitch. I don't know how much Will worth. Probably at least about 150 mil at least. I'm sure. You know what I'm talking about? At least. I think I looked it up.
Man, he played Pursuit of Happiness so good, I think he broke.
Man, fuck. But remember, he ended up getting the job in the end, though. You hear me? Like, that was the part when he was.
I was crying by then. I don't even think
you know what I'm saying? When he finally, you know, because that was what was so dope about the movie, man, was that he never gave up. You know what I mean? No. That he strove, man. And, you know, even in, like, man, that machine, remember the motherfucking machine got took? You know what I'm talking about? And dude found the dude and chased him down and finally got the motherfucker. And he needed that motherfucker to make that change. You know what I'm saying? He needed that money. And he got that motherfucker, man. And, you know, like, man, that shit about to bring me to tears now thinking about the movie and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody that movie, man.
Nobody ever talks about how his wife might be top 5 foulest bitches in a movie ever. Like, she abandoned him and the kid. Like, she's up there with, like, Ginger from Casino, Retribution George's mother, Juanita from Dead President.
Yeah,
like it's a list
from Precious.
Yeah, that's why I mean Precious Mama. That's why ain't that what I'm talking about?
What you said, Retribution?
Oh, I'm talking about different.
Norbit.
Oh man, I'm talking
about the wrong fat bitch.
Hey man, listen, man.
We gotta work PR. We got PR working overtime.
Hey man, be yourself. That's why I had you come on here, man. I wouldn't want to see nobody but you, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So yeah, her mom, she definitely was bogus. Just bounced on them niggas and shit. Just laughed.
Word.
And then, boy, if a nigga listen, don't nobody even talk about that. You right, Uncle. If a nigga had did that, bro, man, he would be. Man, they'd be making memes about that to this day, bro.
Word.
Like just the character picture
he got
of Will.
Issues.
If Will had did that, man, that's the double standards because there are things that
there you go.
There's the double standards because women can do things that men aren't allowed to do. You know what I mean? Like if a man looks at a relationship and he like, man, fuck this shit, I'm gonna abandon this shit. He's a deadbeat. Nobody called her a deadbeat. I never heard nobody say that woman was a deadbeat. They was probably like, shit, life's stressful.
Now
you
we
ain't never had to
her
deal
role.
with that. You said what?
Now we crucify her movie role.
Yeah, because this was based on a true story. You know what I'm talking about? So it wasn't like it was fake. This actually happened. You know what I'm saying?
Guys that said they professional liars. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I'm more so just talking about how like nobody calling her a deadbeat for abandoning her child. Have you ever heard somebody call that woman from Pursuit of Happiness a deadbeat? They never even talk about it. Is that kind of
the same with that post that was going around last week about the girl committing suicide or something that had the kids? You ain't see that? And people were saying like, y'all, she had mental issues, and y'all don't really know what people with mental issues go through. Apparently, she had committed suicide. She had kids, and apparently she ran into somebody else to do it.
Wow.
I was just thinking that was crazy.
Who?
She had committed suicide. But she had rammed into somebody. I guess she had wrecked into somebody else to do it.
Oh, so like she crashed herself into somebody to kill herself, but she hurt them too. They died too.
I'm not sure if they died. I didn't research that far into it.
Well, I mean, it's because of you know what I mean, like right, especially now, like we live in a PC culture. So it's like this is one of my main things. It's like with women, the things that they allow to get away with that men aren't allowed to get away with. Like it's like I could have a bad outlook on something and I could say something about it as a woman and nobody would question it or say anything. But if I'm a man and I say it, then like I'm the bad guy, I'm a motherfucking villain and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You and your feelings.
Like, man, stop being a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Like a female,
you acting like a woman and shit. But my thing is that like, damn, how like y'all program men to not even have no emotions? We just supposed to accept things. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be, good or bad. And this is why motherfuckers be so mentally fucked up is because of the double standard. Like,
unless it's their son.
It's literally like, all right, we live in a society where a man has to provide. And we know that either a man or a woman, both of them can provide equally or more than the other. But society says that a man has to do this. Like when you pursue a woman, you have to take her out on a date and you got to pay for it. That's because that's what society, and that's a double standard because it should be equal, especially if everybody wants to be treated equal and everybody is looked at as being equal. Then it should be that if I want to take you out on a date, then I think we should split the bill. I mean,
where you take me today,
I take you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Why have nobody say nothing? I'm just assuming to pay it.
You hear me? Like it's just automatically assumed. Like I showed Unc that post too, Ken, when he was in Facebook jail. He was talking about dude went a little far, but he has some valid points. Remember when dude was like, "Damn, you just volunteered." When he was like, he was like, "What you consider a date?" And she was like, shit, going on. He's like, "Oh yeah, you could take me out." And she was like, "Take you out?" I thought it was the other way around. Like, why is that? And see, that worked when women were at home and they were the ones who didn't leave the house and they were housewives. Those things work. But when people stepped outside of that, and because like it's literally women out here who think that they should go to work and all the money that they get, they should just keep themselves and they should not never.
What's
have
crazy
to pay for nothing.
Is a woman will rather be alone paying all the bills herself than to be with a man going 50-50.
Yeah, the math doesn't work out. Here's the ultimate double standard in it all. A woman will expect a man to pay for the date, but then he's wrong if he expects sex afterward. So only one of us are allowed to have expectations on this initial encounter.
You go as far as she say.
You know what I'm saying?
If you broke, just say that. And if you broke, just say that. Because if you don't want to pay for the date,
just say that.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, how the fuck if I don't want to pay for? Yeah, we can see you.
I don't know why. I'm coming home from work, y'all.
Man, listen, I don't know
she
why you
work.
don't understand this shit don't be live, bro. Like you act like we could edit this shit
It's
out.
still
You know what I'm
live,
saying?
and I can still come over work. You act like we getting ratings and we got a director and he gonna yell cut. Talk, man, just talk. It's nothing. They can
But
see
you
me,
didn't
they
have
can
to
hear
get
me.
on
You
here
had a
and tell us
problem
you
last
just
time.
getting off work. You could have just came on the show. You know what I'm saying? It always be
I
something.
came on the show and you said something,
I
and
can't
I
even
said it's
see
dark
you.
like that because I'm in the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, you right. Okay, well,
Irritating
everybody,
so bad.
here's y'all representation of women coming in here directly
was already
in
going
control
in.
of everything. You know what I'm saying? Your old arch nemesis.
Oh, y'all was going in already? What y'all was saying?
Yeah. I said a woman would rather be alone and pay all her bills than be with a man and go 50-50.
That's a goddamn lie. What type of woman? What? Yeah, that's a lie. Don't no woman want to be alone.
Shit.
I don't care
It's
what they
plenty
tell
of them.
you, they lie.
It's plenty
Oh, they
of them that
lying.
are.
Just tell me something then.
Name one that wants to be alone, or one that feels like she can't find her perfect match or her perfect match or whatever.
But there is no such thing as a perfect match, though, because nobody like
exactly. That's why the bitch ain't found them yet, because there is no perfect match. But you know how many women out here feeling like they not gonna get with no man who don't make a certain amount or who don't live the lifestyle that they desires and dreamed up in their head. You know what I mean? Women it is out here like that. That's why they lonely and depressed and sad and stressed. Well, I ain't got one of that.
No.
Don't no woman want to be alone, no. I don't get no fuck. And a woman.
I mean, well, what we was talking about, we was talking about the double standards in the situations, how females are allowed certain things to do, whereas like prime example, we was talking about Pursuit of Happiness, on how the woman left Will Smith with the child, and nobody talks about how she was a deadbeat. But if Will Smith had did that, they would to this day be talking about how that nigga a deadbeat. They would still be using his face as a meme. He would probably be like, you know how they use Lawrence Fishburne as the meme for Ike Turner? They would be using Will Smith as the meme for the deadbeat dad.
But you got to think about it too. Back when you talking about when Cherie and Trey, you talking about when Cherie left him with Trey?
No, we talking about the movie The Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness, the movie.
She might have not seen that. That might not be hood enough for her.
But you gotta think. Okay. Even on that, you gotta think about it. Like, okay, yeah, she would have been considered a deadbeat, but you gotta think now, like all these memes and all this information. You gotta think like social media back then. She definitely would have been a deadbeat. Daddy still would have been a deadbeat. You got no child.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, man.
Like you get.
Hey,
we can't hear you. We can't hear you at all. That shit going in and out. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you at all.
Get to the house.
Hey,
just
and
join back in.
Her and come her back once you get to the house. You could just tap right back in. You could just click the link again. Yeah. But anyways, like I was saying before, we was rudely interrupted. Like, because I wanted to touch her. I was finna say to her how Jada, if Will Smith was on here talking about how Jada didn't satisfy him sexually, women would be out here talking about how he a bad man. And he should.
No, I'll do you one better. They would be calling him a homosexual because he's not satisfied by his wife sexually.
Wow.
That's deep. Plot twist.
That's exactly where they would go.
I can see that.
I definitely know they will go there, because the main thing that women do, as soon as a man says something that he doesn't like about something to do with women, he gay.
That's their go-to.
Because you're supposed to like everything about us.
Everything.
It's the illest shit on earth when because we've been on this app so long, we've seen every conflict, discussion, argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women will go, if I'm not aroused during sex, right? If her box don't get wet, she'll be like, well, the man's not attentive to my needs, it's no foreplay, this, that, and the third. If a nigga go, yo, shorty, you don't make my dick hard, it'll be, well, maybe you just not into women. Or like, it's just automatic. Like, they don't even think of any other possibilities pertaining to them. Because then that comes into the whole accountability thing. Like, oh shit, I'm not really as cool as I might think I am in any way, shape, or form. And most of them can't accept that. Yeah,
because every woman got the wettest pussy and the best pussy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like every single one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I've had a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I be confused and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I understand
you can rate them better. Not you got a better
Man,
perspective.
listen, bro. I done tasted it. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff. I already know. I done made it. What all those different things. So I don't understand how the majority, I ain't gonna even say the majority, how every woman, because there's not a woman who gonna say that she don't got the best pussy in the world. And
she might not
dudes
say
aren't running.
but she probably know it in her mind. She might not just come out and say
But
it.
no
Like,
dude
accountability.
is running around saying that he got the best
Are you
dick in
gonna
the
come out
world.
and say you got bad dick or your dick little or don't get hard or it's noodle dick? You're not gonna come out and say that. No, that's
How you know that?
those are.
Y'all assume that. If I told
So
a
you
girl
gonna come
my
out
dick
and say
little, what does that mean? Okay, it's little.
So if a girl right now told you your dick little, are you gonna be like, well, yeah, I was thinking that kind of little the other day?
Turn
No,
your
I'ma
phone
be like,
sideways if you
shit.
can.
You know what niggas do? You know what niggas do in those instances? Niggas go, so what? I fucked. Like, and he moves on. Like, niggas don't really care.
Because she the only one, like, if your dick is little or big, only matters to the woman. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it doesn't matter to me because I still came. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so you can't deflate my ego by telling me my dick is little because that only matters to you. Now, if you tell somebody else that may matter to them, but some women, and I'm gonna say majority of women gonna say, nah, outside it don't matter. It's if you know what you're doing.
It's
That's
the same
exact words they're gonna say.
It's the same reason that they say the first thing they look at is your shoes. That's why I don't even wear nice shoes. Right there, you gonna judge me for me? Right there. You gotta judge me for me.
You hear
Get to
me?
know me.
Looking at these
You said get to know you, Kel.
Get to know
y'all
me.
looking at some airheads. Y'all dealing with straight airheads.
How you like my Crocs?
Now we dealing with
Crocs.
airheads.
I like Crocs, Cam. I like Crocs.
Okay.
Hey, listen. If Will Smith had a show called the Black Talk Table, and he was on there talking about how Jada didn't satisfy him, women would be in an uproar.
I can see the
There's a double standard because she can talk about how she's not being satisfied, and people are gonna be like, "Well,
did you see she said that wasn't true? Did you see that she said that she never said that? Like that wasn't true. She never said that they're saying.
Yeah, it was taken out of context.
Okay.
Yeah, we already discussed that. If you had been here at the beginning of the show, you would have been here when we discussed that part of it.
Okay, just
you know what I'm saying?
I missed that part.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we had already discussed that, but we were still talking about the simple fact that there are certain things that I don't think you should be discussing with the public anyway about what's going on with you and your husband. And that's where we were. We're talking about the double standards because if Will Smith was talking about what was going on in a bedroom, regardless if it's good or bad, people would be like, that's his wife. He shouldn't be even talking to people about that. He should be keeping that in the privacy of his home. Just like how if me and you go on a date, I'm expected to pay for the food. Men is expected
Why
to
are you
pay.
expected to pay for the food?
Unless you say different, but we get there.
Right,
but
we established before the date that you.
Come on, Ebony, don't play crazy.
If we never established,
Don't play crazy, Ebony.
Okay, can I talk? Okay, like so, if I ask me like, hey, you want to go on a date? If you ask me like, hey, you or like if you want to go on a date, I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm going on a date. I might expect you to pay for it, but if we had a conversation like, hey, you just want to go do something, you want to go kick it, then I'm not expecting you to pay for it. But if you ask me on a date, yeah, I'm expecting you to pay for it.
Then all you got to do is remove the word
because
date.
It's different. If I ask you, hey, you want to go on a date, are you thinking that I'm gonna say you got to pay for it? That are you thinking I'm gonna pay for it, or you gonna pay for it? If I ask you on a date,
here's the subtle difference. 90% of men, 95, right? If you ask me on a date and I accept, and when that bill comes, even though you invited me, I'm still gonna pull out my wallet and pay for the date because that's how we were raised and it's expected. Whether it's discussed previously or not, we all know that's what most men are gonna do.
I don't date.
So if you go into that situation with the confidence of, so let's not act like some women won't give the invitation with on the basis of I know he's gonna pay for it anyway. Mm-hmm. So like it's like, you know, they good either way.
Like Unc said earlier, if it's expected for a man to pay, but if a man expects some sex afterwards, it's like he's wrong. It's only one person who can expect something out of this situation. You know what I mean? Like
what if I take a man on a date and I expect sex afterwards?
Well, shit.
Then what's the problem?
I'm pretty sure he's
y'all all for that.
I'm pretty sure your inbox gonna get beat down now with dates. You hear me? He's gonna have 1,000 niggas to take you out on a date.
But once again, here's the difference. Unlike women, I'm not accepting a date from a woman I'm not romantically interested in the first
That's
place.
the difference. That's
So
the
if I
difference.
accept the date,
That right there is the thing. That is the thing. Like a woman would definitely go on a date with somebody that she's not
Just for
even
some free food.
Just for some food.
It's not going nowhere. Thank you. Call
Good
again.
night.
Yeah,
And put you in the
definitely.
group
Now,
chat.
a woman, I wouldn't, but I know women that will. I know plenty of women that be like,
Motherfucker go get that
you
free
want to
meal
take me
for
out to get
sure.
something to eat? I'm going.
I'm
Me,
going.
I'd
Like,
rather
no,
play the
yeah,
game.
take me to
I
Red
agree
Line.
with you on that.
And that's the
But
bite.
can I
But
ask,
you
like,
know,
okay, y'all say talking about these double standards, but then y'all still being biased because y'all only talking about double standards on the men end. What about the
That's
double
why you
standards
here.
with women? We got
that's
plenty
what
why
you're
you
of
here
double
for.
standards.
That's
That's
why
why
we
you. If you
invite
Like,
wasn't, we
what?
was gonna
Y'all,
tear y'all down.
why do y'all think why do y'all automatically think that just because y'all
The
take a
floor
woman
is
to dinner,
yours.
she gotta give y'all some sex or she gotta?
You don't have to,
Why?
but
Why
it's
do y'all
highly
think that?
suggested.
because
Really,
she's because it wouldn't be the first time she done went on a date and had sex afterwards.
And I feel like
How
it's
do
something
you
wrong
know
with me
that
if she
though?
don't.
Because I know women. Shit, the
No.
hell.
Every woman done had a one night stand.
I'm not
They
saying
is
that every nigga she go on a date with, she has sex with. I'm saying that she's went on a date with a dude and afterwards she had sex with him. So what's the difference between me and him?
My
You
bad.
like
I ain't
me,
even
right?
hear you.
My ego, I'm out.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks, Erica.
Man,
Okay,
she doing deliveries in the middle of the show.
Man, she supposed to be
Shut up, I'm not
podcast.
doing
She
no
door
delivery.
dashing.
What?
Shut up.
yo, she just made a coke
stop
sale.
playing.
What the fuck
Ain't
she
that a
just do, yo? Am I an accessory, yo? What the fuck is going on?
That nigga said she just made a coke sale, yo.
Well, don't let me get to talk about accessories because it's a lot of snitching going on around here. But I won't tell them.
That's a
Oh.
different show. That's a different show.
That's a different episode. Hold on, wait for the
Oh,
paperwork.
okay,
was under
okay.
the
I'm
black
a bag
light.
off. I'm a
You
bag
wait.
off. I'm a bag off.
Wait till the paperwork come out.
I can get that.
Oh, hey,
No,
man,
no,
you know,
no,
you
no.
more than welcome. You know, we got a whole segment called Under the Black. Like, we'll put it up, fill the whole screen up with it.
Oh shit.
Uh,
But look at it like this, right? If you
Man,
invited me out, right, and you took me
okay,
to
this is my
Caroline's,
thing.
hold on, Ebony. He was talking.
Yeah, hold on, Puddin'.
I hear
Oh,
him.
yeah,
I
I
said,
remember
go
that
ahead.
pudding.
I said, go ahead.
It's all
Nobody
right.
knows I'm pudding.
She don't remember that.
Only Aunt can do that, huh?
Yeah.
if you took me to Caroline's Comedy Club and then took me to Ruth Chris afterward, and then now we're sitting in the car and you like, so what we doing now? If I was like, well, I had a nice time, you could just drop me off. You know what you tell your girlfriends when you get home? This nigga's gay or he ain't want to fuck because his dick is little. So he's just trying to get me to like him
Man,
before
what kind of
fucking I get
y'all
involved.
thinking? Ain't nobody gonna think that, like I don't know, like what type of y'all dealing with a certain type of woman? Because if I take a man on a date and like I take him on a date and then like it's the date over and it's like I'm dropping him off and I be like, I'm not gonna think his dick little and I'm not gonna think he gay. Like what?
Hey, how do you set up sex after the
Now,
date?
hold on.
Ebony? When
Maybe
want
you
sex
didn't
after
catch.
the date, how do you do it?
Say that again, Cam.
When you want sex after the date as the woman, how do you do it? What's the way? To let him know?
Like after dinner, like
yeah, if you want it.
Yeah.
So that way he
my
don't
place
have
for
to.
yours. Look, no, I'm just.
Oh, okay. Is that direct?
I'm playing.
She said, "My place or yours." She's
like,
stupid.
to be honest, like I've never initiated sex like after a date. Like I've initiated like at the house, Netflix and chilling.
Oh, you initiated
something like that. But after a date, I've never initiated sex. But I've never been on the with. Well, I can't say that because we started out on dates, but I've never been on a date with somebody I wasn't attracted to and wanted to have sex with anyway. I ain't just went on no random date.
But
That's
you are
crazy.
aware that happens a lot, though, right?
Yeah, I know women who be like, "Girl, I don't care. He ugly, but he got some money and he want to take me out. I'm going." And I'm like, "Damn, he as ugly as he is, you really gonna just sit across from him and be okay and eat your food?" Then that's where you have different types of women that come in. Like what?
Well, let me ask you this.
Nah, I'm not going to get mine at all. I don't want to go.
Have you ever invited a gentleman out on a date that you've never been sexually active with before, right? It's the first time y'all hanging out and you paid for the first date?
Hell no.
Yeah, one time.
When you was 17?
One time for me.
Boy, no, I invited both.
Like asking motherfuckers,
I
do
ain't
they
gonna
work
say no
out?
names,
Yeah,
but
one time.
You already
I
did,
invited
but
a
we
man
just
on a
passed
date,
over.
but I was interested in him too. Like we had never had sex, but I was interested in him. Like I was like pursuing him. Shit, I'm a big dog. I go out for what I want. I was pursuing him, so I invited him on the date.
I
Yeah,
respect that.
yeah.
I
I
respect
fuck with
that and
ass
appreciate
because
it.
he a big
But now
dog.
I
You
ask
hear
you,
me?
what would you say if you had to estimate that you spent on that first date?
I spent like probably like $150. This was like back in 2006 or something. Like
Damn, that's
shit.
first
We went
time.
to a movie and dinner and shit, and we went to dinner and a movie and had some drinks. But I was interested in him. Don't get me wrong. Like it wasn't just like somebody I just want to go on a random date. I was interested in
Hey,
him. I saw him as being like, after that we had a relationship. We got a kid.
and that you just proved a double standard. It was 2006 the last time you paid for the date. Here it is.
Right.
No,
Let me
not
have
the
to
last
ask
time
you.
I paid for a date. The last time I went on a date with somebody that I hadn't had sex with. Not the last time I
So
paid
you
for a
have
date.
sex with him before you go on a date now?
I'm
I tested
saying
no.
shit, but I'm not even gonna lie. Most of the time now, when I go on dates, like I didn't want dates with her, but it's like it'd be like, okay, like they'd be like, you want to go on a date? And I'm be like, yeah, come on, let's go on a date. But at the same time, it'd be somebody I'm interested in. I'm not going on no date with nobody I ain't like. Nobody who ain't even thinking about, damn, how this gonna be when we do it, or if we gonna do it tonight. Like it be
So
somebody I'm interested in. I done been on plenty of dates, but I don't just go on no random dates with nobody I'm not interested in, and I'm really not interested in too many people. So
But see, the thing is
that
that
makes
like
it
when
easier.
that does happen though, right? Like men will go on dates with women and he'll know she may not be interested, but a lot of
I
times
hate
that
it
dude will go thinking that maybe he could persuade her or change her view
because she
of
giving me her
how
time.
she think of it just because she's getting to know me when she don't got no intentions on dating this nigga
She
other
just
than
cool
getting
with
this
wasting
free
time.
food, this free meal out of him
And
or
see, that's
wherever
what
he may
causes
took
a
her,
lot of
going to see
problems
this
too,
movie or
because that causes a lot of problems too, because the man will feel like, yeah, I can persuade her. Like I know she ain't really feeling me. She dry when she talking to me. Her response is dry. But I'm gonna take her on this date, and maybe I can sway her to like me or to start feeling something from me. And then that's when a lot of it come in where like the woman probably see like he done took her on this date. She probably think he got a little money or something. So then her interest is on more of what he got or what he can give her than on actually him.
I done
So
played the
that's
money
the
role
issue
to
he's
get some
causing for
interest.
himself.
I played the money role before.
I
Ain't
just
had
with
no
me,
money.
I
Played
don't.
the role just to get a date and work. Ain't that
And how
about a
did it
bitch?
turn out?
I
How
got
did
the
it turn
date.
out? What
I ain't getting nothing
happened
afterwards though, because I ain't really had the money. I told you I just ran the money role to get the date.
after
See, the reason that's the reason I don't date is because I feel like it's a show of fakeness to me. You know what I mean? Because like when majority of the times when you're dating people, you meet their representative. You know what I mean? You don't meet the actual person. You meet the person who they want to represent to you for that time being. And then usually after sex or after a little while, people can't suppress it forever. Who they really are comes about. And then that's when you
Yeah.
determine on if you really want to fuck with the person or not. I'd rather just have conversations with you because I don't know, me
I know in
personally,
10 minutes
man, I swear to God, I
exactly
can
how
tell
far we
within
can go.
10, 15 minutes on whether if you my type or if I'm only gonna want to fuck you and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And
And I
I have
like
no
Or
problem
if I
with
don't even want
telling
to waste my
somebody that.
time, I'm determining how
I'm
much money I'm willing to spend in total to get accomplished. I'm tallying up all that,
damn.
man.
damn Cam.
Man, you got a court. You just talked about the date that you got to go on. Damn, that's all I'm talking about. I ain't talking
I'm
about just
saying
flat
In
out
like
court.
just.
I just feel like I can find out
I feel
anything
like
I need to know about you from your inbox. And
from your
then after
inbox.
that, from your inbox, I can find anything I need to know about you just from a conversation in your inbox. And from that point, I'll decide. Like, man, I can't even remember the last time I went on a date.
Damn, who broke your heart? Let that hurt
No,
then.
it's not like that. I mean, I go out to eat, you know what I'm talking about, and stuff, but I wouldn't consider it a date because majority of the times it'd be like Dutch or, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I really don't, like nowadays, I really don't go nowhere. But, you know what I'm talking about? I just, like I said, I'm single, so I don't date. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
thought when you single, you do date.
That's what you're supposed to do. But I don't date because I'm single. If I was in a relationship, I would go on dates with the woman I was in a relationship with. I would just go on dates because I don't know, man. Most women really not gonna like me, no way. You know what I'm talking about? Just because of my mentality and my outlook on things like it. You have to be around me for a while to even be used to me. You know what I mean? Like my first impression is always the worst with people. You know what I mean? Like people be like, man, I always thought that you was woo woo, and I'll be like, I don't have no, you know what I'm saying? I can't have no control over how people perceive me in their mind. You know what I mean? Like, cause sometimes I can be intense, sometimes I can't. And then now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I go places with people or talk to people, they usually want to talk about one or two things with me. It's either they want to talk about something I post on Facebook, or they want to talk about why I don't believe in God, or you know what I mean? Different things like that. And that bores me because you really aren't interested in me. You interested in some things that I was talking about. You know what I mean? And with them Facebook shit, that girl, I stole them posts. You know what I'm talking about? Them just sound like some shit I would say. You know what I mean? And as far as like the religion, shit, this what's finna turn me off to you. Cause you finna get to telling me how you ain't believe in invisible people and stuff, and I'm finna be like, man, your grandma lied.
I knew all that from the first 10 minutes.
Man, that bitch lying too. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna be like, hey, you call my grandma no bitch. Well, your granddaddy a bitch. You know, and then now we fighting, and now I'm going to jail. And
the inbox went that far, bro.
Man, listen, that's pull deep. Up, hear my address and shit.
I thought women only waste time. Here you is.
Here I am. Went in.
Okay, she home.
Oh man, we're glad you made it home safely and stuff, man. You know, from your transactions and shit. She got us muted like a motherfucker. But yeah, so man, I just like it was something else I wanted to talk about. What was that post that GA had? Man, I forgot what he had said. Man, I know I should have screenshot that shit.
I can jog your memory.
Yeah, my man GA, man, he always be coming with some posts and stuff because he's like, and I fuck with GA. Like GA is one of my friends from Milwaukee and stuff, and like he own his own little business. He do like a construction stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he always be having issues because he's single and he a single parent at that. You know what I'm talking about? Like he had custody of his daughter and he take care of her by himself. I don't know if her mother is around or not, or if she passed away or not. I know she lived with him and he take care. So he always talks about the women that he meet and how they, you know what I'm talking about? Like the other day when he was like, if y'all think that men don't like women doing spontaneous random shit out the blue just because you was thinking about a motherfucker but want a nigga to do all this shit for you, and you don't even be considering, like, I like surprises, like, hey, what you doing? You want to go to the basketball game? You know what I'm saying? Like, you waiting on a nigga to do some shit, you know what I'm saying, to spontaneous, like, hey, let's go to the opera. You know what I mean? Like,
nobody want to go to the opera. But so often, like, women feel like, a woman feel like, okay, I'm doing this and I'm being spontaneous and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, but it's not reciprocated. So that's where the issue comes in. I can't say for all women, but women don't have no problem catering to their man or being spontaneous.
Yeah, they man. That was the main thing you said.
But what they supposed to do it to just random people?
Y'all expect random niggas to do it to you?
Strange men to do it for them. So why not?
I'm not with to just pop up and take me on a trip.
Y'all expect men to pop up like, hey, let's go to Miami, and motherfucker gone. Shit, you want to go to Miami? Pew!
We've literally seen posts on Facebook where women will say, just because we go on vacation together doesn't mean you're entitled to have sex with me.
Exactly.
Like
how wild does that sound?
I got that post you was talking about.
What is
chicks on Facebook be like, I was supposed to be at home baking cookies and sucking dick. I hate this life. Me in real life. What kind of cookies? You remember that post that we said that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was like, me in real life. What kind of cookies you like to bake? And I'm at the store right now. I need some head. I had a long day. Her response in real life: don't come at me like that. You got me fucked up. I don't know where you got that shit from, but you got me wrong.
And that's the whole mentality. You hear me? Like she literally posted on Facebook, I'd rather be at home baking cookies and sucking dick. And here he is, happen to be in the store reading this post. Like, shorty, I'm in the store. What kind of cookies you trying to bake? And a day was long as hell. Some head would be fire. What? Don't come at me like that. Woo. where you get that from? Bitch, you posted it. Nah, I was talking about with my man.
You didn't tag him.
You ain't tag him.
That's why you single now, because you ain't living. Shit. How you like a woman expect a nigga to do shit that her man would do without being her man? You know what I'm saying? And that's the double standard. Whereas men don't expect women to do womanly shit without being a woman.
That's why women say shit like, when the man show me he can lead and do, then I'll be submissive and feminine. Not as conditional.
Like, why wouldn't you be feminine?
For me.
Yeah, I seen that too. That was whatchamacallit had said that what's her name? The singer chick had said I posted that what the fuck is her name? And I'm talking about that's a double standard though. You know what I mean? And that's how life is, man. It's always the double standard, man. Because like I said, like they still want things that took place in the past, because in the past, in the 50s and the 40s,
they want the good.
In the 50s and the 40s, a man came to pursue a woman because she still lived with her mom and her father until she found a husband. You know what I'm saying? Then she would go on and start a family with him. You know what I mean? So it was only right that he was coming to pursue her, and he would have to show that he had the qualifications to be able to take care of her. You know, so he's taking her on a date. He's showing that he has the money. He has a car. You know what I mean? He has a home. These are the things. But nowadays,
she already got her apartment at 16.
And 3 kids. You hear me?
Man, I'm coming to rescue.
Man, listen, then she want to hold you to it. Oh, man, what was that video we was watching? It was a video. Listen, I meant to send you this one. A man came up to her and she recorded it. I don't know if he knew she was recording it. And she asked him, he was trying to pursue her. She was outside. I don't know if she was dropping her kids off at a bus stop. You know what I mean? He worked in the area. She asked him, like, where you work at? And she like, woo, what kind of crib you got? Woo, he like, I got a 2-bedroom apartment. She like, 2 rooms. That's it? What the rest of that? Ooh, and he like, dang, this a decent job and stuff. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? I got a car. She like, what year your car is? He like, 2010. She like, what year we in? And he like, shit, 2021. And she like, and you what? You trying to? And listen, you can tell by her conversation she's not interested, and she's doing this right to show him that she's not interested. But he's still going on about it, because I would have been cussed her out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I would have been like, bitch, what? Why she asked him if he had any kids, and she said, I think he said he had 1. And then she was like, well, shoot, I don't know. Ooh. He asked her if she had any kids, and she was like, yeah, she had 5.
And she was serious?
Bruh, listen. Right after that, he was like, how you gonna say? She was like, how you gonna say I'm not really your type because I got a kid and you got 5 of them? She's like, you goddamn right, and I haven't beat your motherfucking ass. And woo, like, bro, went crazy on the dude, and then like skirted off and then turned her phone off because she was the one recording. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she's sitting in her car and she got the phone right here in her hand, and you can see her face. You can't see him. So he's like right here at her window. You know what I'm talking about? But you can hear him. So she recording her face, like, she ain't really looking at the camera. She looking at him and shit. So he probably don't know she recording it. You know what I'm talking about? But it was just so crazy that she was like she cussed the nigga out. Was like broke, called him broke, and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, what the hell? Man, I would have threw rocks through her window, bro. I would have probably got in my car and came behind that bitch, bro. You hear me?
And that's the thing that women. And that's the thing women fail to realize. That level of unwarranted disrespect, the only thing that
my man, bring it right up. Hold on, wait a minute. We gonna bring it right on up. Hold on, you can see it live yourself. My man.
And that was nice to you.
There was no problem.
Oh yeah, I'm just texting my friend. She was just texting me.
No, it was no problem. I had seen you.
And right there, you see that?
And, man. I was trying to get your attention, but you kept walking, so you probably didn't hear me. So that's why I was bringing it.
So what you came out here for?
I mean, I would bring your ID. I would want somebody to bring in mine, and I'm on break anyway, so it means.
Well, I'm grown. What else you came out here for?
I mean, obviously that, and it's obvious, that you're pretty. So you know, I was trying to talk to you, see if I can get to know you a little bit.
I want to get to know you. So what else you do outside this little job?
Little job for me.
It's a job.
Oh, he said it.
Little job. I mean, but I'm a bartender, so you know that's what I do. I mean, I'm working on a business, also, you know. But
you working on the business?
Yeah, I'm working on the business.
You working on a business, or you trying to get in my business?
I mean, I'm working on the business. I mean,
sorry guys, my phone went dead.
Make
Don't
good
curse
money,
me
like,
out,
I get the bills paid. I have spending, but like, it's, you know, don't let the title like fool you. Like, you know, we make some good money here. You know?
So what you drive?
Yeah.
A vehicle. What kind of vehicle?
Huh?
Mute your phone, Ebony.
I'm sorry.
What year we in?
It's a 2013, I said.
What year we in now?
2021. What that?
2021.
I mean, it's a car. They give me from A to B is a whip.
Right. So where you stay?
I stay in the east. I got a house in the east. I got a 2-bedroom in the east.
A 2-bedroom.
Yeah, 2-bedroom. What you want me to have, a mansion or something?
No, I'm just wondering what the rest of it. What is the rest of the house?
It's a 2-bedroom. It's not like it's 30 people stay with me. I mean, it's nice. I don't stay with nobody. I don't worry about nobody else coming in and out the house. It's mine. I'm independent. Like, what's the problem? I got a house, got a car, got a job. What's the problem? Why you got me feel like I'm filling out an application or something?
I'm interviewing you. I ain't got time to waste. There's other people trying to fill the same position.
So you like a bidding war or something?
That's where we at. So
I mean, I'm just trying to get to know you. Like,
so you got churn? I want you to know. I want to get to know you.
Yeah, I got one.
You won?
Yeah.
A whole child?
What you mean a whole? Whatever.
Oh, I don't. That's one too many. That's one way too many.
You don't do men with kids or something?
Absolutely not.
Oh, all right. So you don't have kids? I see that.
Oh no, I got 5.
You got 5 kids?
Yeah, I got 5.
So the kids, I mean, kids blessings. I don't understand.
He still tried to cope
because I got
with
enough for the both of us. I don't need somebody to have a job.
Right. I mean, I really just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to get to know you, whatever. Like,
matter of fact, it's not gonna work. I figured it out. Nope, it's not gonna work. Nope. No, it's not gonna work.
I'm talking to you like a.
I know, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
You done disrespected me the whole time I've been at the car. All I did was come at you, you know, respectfully. You know?
It's not gonna work. You got cheering, everything.
But you got 5. You got a whole basketball roster.
And I get all 5 of my mother sons to whoop your mother. Don't play with me. Don't play that with your butt. Get a better job. Bum. You ain't even got no real J's on, bum.
Man, he said she got a roster. Now she got LA.
Man.
I don't get the women who feel like they don't want to date a man with kids but got all those kids. Like, what the fuck you think? Like,
because she said she got enough.
Date a man with kids, but okay, you got too many, bitch. Like, so what make you think he want to date you with all your kids?
And he still tried to give her a chance. He still was like, okay, kids a blessing.
Bro, I would have spit on her, bro.
Not spit on her, but like,
bro, I would have spit on her. She would have made me mad. I would have spit on her. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. Y'all know how I am. I would have been like, bitch, what?
And you just said people be having the wrong impression of you.
Like,
you say I keep forming it in their head.
Come on,
man.
Like,
look at him. Come out here, spit on her. They didn't deserve it. Spit on
canceled.
I've spit on people for less. You hear me?
Damn, Tony come like, man, I want to jump in so bad.
You hear me, man? Hey, listen, what do you think about that? Because for a minute, I thought it might have been staged. Because I'm like, man, it can't be acting like this. Until she started cussing them out, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I have all 5 of them beat your ass too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You knew that.
Then she got big ass kids, girl. You better go in the fuck on anybody, man. I don't know. It's just weird.
This wasn't even that bad.
That's the thing I was getting. Like, what?
I'd have been like, yeah, you sure right. This ain't the one, man.
She looked like she looked like she can't say strawberry.
Bruh, he gave her a chance even after she had 5. Okay, kids a blessing.
She looks like she's from 290.
Hey, but ain't that the mentality though? Because Ebony, just because you don't have that mentality, that is about 75% of the women mentality out here in the world.
I understand that.
And you know them bitches too. You
what they say, the mentality is he got to match what I have or better. But a dude can bring you up.
But a whole bunch of damn kids.
But I'm just saying though, that be the mentality. Motherfucker, like he got to match what I got or better, but I can come bring
But
you
at
up.
the same time, don't say like that's the mentality that he got to have what I got or better, because what do she got? She was wanting him to have stuff that she didn't even have. But at the same time, are you gonna be with a woman that don't got nothing, ain't trying to get nothing? No, that's gonna bring you down.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe if you love him, you might.
I'll be with a woman that ain't got nothing, but maybe they're not trying to get nothing. If I got enough, then you ain't got to get it. I got us. If I care
But okay,
about you
a woman
enough.
that ain't got nothing, what's her reason for not having nothing as a grown woman?
Mm-hmm.
Look like Tone, you got another clip for us.
Really trying to.
Oh, this her?
I'm really trying to understand, like, why do everybody got so many opinions on things that don't have nothing to do with them? I had no idea that this was going to go viral at all. I posted just on the strength of a nigga trying to come at me that didn't meet the qualifications it took to come at me. Like, why is everybody got an opinion, and why is everybody such relationship therapists and everybody just such a specialist now?
This a better angle
Y'all
over there.
even attack my churn like saying I got 5 different baby daddies. First of all, I got 4. Don't please.
Fuck.
Stop lonely.
Bitch, that's
Holy
the
I got
same.
4 different baby daddies, and all 4 of my baby daddies is really there for my fucking kids. They take care of their churn, and they take care of me. So
They was wanting
I'm
to do
trying to
that.
figure out why y'all got anything to say about my baby daddies, period, or my churn, period.
Sure.
I'm a
what?
good mama. I take care of all my children.
This might be fake.
They do too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out why y'all even expected me to be with a nigga that work as a bartender.
Nah, this
A
ain't fake.
bartender
Look in her eyes.
that stay in a 2-bedroom house.
I got a 5-bedroom.
Where we supposed to go at? Where me and my children supposed to sleep?
Fuck.
I got people in the
Niggas don't got their own room.
I thought they was old enough to beat me up. Shouldn't they have their own house?
Why they coming with you to
and be
my house?
comfortable. Furthermore, you drive a 2013 Monte Carlo.
Damn. I had one.
We in 2021. 2013. 2021. And the car in English. Like, I speak.
Did you say the car in English?
Man, you heard this lady.
I speak Porsche. Hell, I even speak BMW. But Monte Carlo, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Those are my qualifications of dating. Like, if you even come at me, like, I can't entertain nobody. I can't entertain no. At the end of the day, I can't entertain no bum. I do ballers, not bums.
What
Ballers,
you got? What kind
period.
of car you got?
Know your history. Like, y'all,
Tone.
why would I, with 5 churn, even entertain somebody who worked as a bartender in real life? Like, it wasn't a joke. It was serious. Like, he was really serious. And he had on fake J's. But please, out my face. Period. Back up.
You are off the screen.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I know people do shit for, you know what I'm talking about, for clout and shit. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's how that looked at. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that she may have been doing that just for clout. You know what I'm talking about? It don't seem, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
she got a taste of that drug.
Yeah, you know, you say them likes. You say when she got to look up, everybody was talking about her world star.
That's a drug.
I'm not buying that. That whole shit was staged.
Yeah,
for one,
I ain't buying that either.
Yeah, I think
one, it looks like
I know a lie when I see one, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just didn't believe it. Like, and I told you I didn't believe it until she started cussing them out, and then for her to do a follow-up video, and then just how she was saying, it was like she wanted people to think that that's her mentality. She probably don't even got no kids. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and her and dude,
that was a better angle
together.
of her too. She looked a little better than I thought from the first video.
But for one, she obviously had the fucking camera, the phone against the car door, right? She's hiding it from him. So that means you had an ulterior motive. You wanted to record something, right? For one, it only got on the internet because you put it on there. So when you go, I don't know why everybody has an opinion and everyone's a therapist. It's because you allowed them to be into whatever it is you posted on
Right? Because
social
nobody would have
media.
known she wouldn't have put it up there. That
Exactly.
crap.
Exactly.
And that's why I think it was fake. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and then it was just, you know, she wanted the second one to go viral because the first one did. So now everybody know her. So then somebody could be like, hey, now I want you to come on the show so we can interview you. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
Yeah, we
Now
live
she
in
on
a
allegedly the
uh,
podcast and shit. You know what I'm saying?
now she
yeah,
got a
we
picture
live
on
in an era
Camino
where
everything.
it's cool to be famous for fuck shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
as long as someone recognizes me or I get more followers, I don't care how I get them. And it's sad,
Man, where
but
you at
that's
with
what it
Cam?
is.
What? What you say?
I'm saying he
Woo!
loves to get more followers and likes.
He don't care what he do,
Where they
who
come
he
from,
tear down
who he tear down and shit. I like that.
on the
What you on
way.
with Cam?
Yeah, he showed a sneak dissing, but go ahead.
But yeah, that just and then but even though that isn't like to me, I don't think that was true. That's still a mentality though. You know what I'm talking about? Like a woman would definitely look at a nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like people judge you based on how much money you have acquired when you know what I'm talking about. Like remember that video we was watching earlier, the amount of cash that a person has. Yo, that shit depreciates every day. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a, you know what I'm saying, depreciating asset. If you have cash, like that isn't something that actually gains value every day. So if a nigga got a whole bunch of cash, that don't mean shit because he don't really got no money because it's based on the value of the dollar, and the dollar is losing every day. Every time more money is printed, the money that you got loses value. So people be so confused, and that's what kills me is that how people base how they deal with somebody based on what they have acquired. You know what I mean? And like a lot of women do that, like, you know, and I understand
That's
nobody
just social media shit. I'm telling you, social media.
Man.
Before all this, the social media got popular and all this shit, and it just took over. Women wasn't going out like that. They was meeting these men and going on dates and doing all that. Now
Nah, bitches been on some bullshit for a long time.
Nah, they been on bullshit. I've seen. He said, "Bitches been on bullshit for a long time."
I'm saying, but it's so much more different now than back in the day. Like when MySpace was popping, like people was going on dates. They was like you was meeting a person, and you just had to get to know them. Now you getting on Facebook and you seeing the person who people are pretending to be or who they're representing themselves to be, and that's what you going off, and that's how you determine if you want to hang with this person, you want to date this person, if this the person for you. When all that shit could be fake and fraud.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like that's why I say I can know everything I need to know about somebody just from having a conversation with them. You know what I'm talking about? Whether it be you typing it out or I have one verbally with you, I'm able to discern. Like me anyway, like I'm a different motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Like, cause like y'all gonna think I'm fucked up, but if a person believe in God, I'm gonna automatically look at you in a negative light. You know what I'm saying?
Monte said, what about Backpage?
Yeah, Backpage been in business and shit. They out of business though. They don't got Backpage no more.
Hold on, give me a second.
Backpage went out, OnlyFans came in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like I just the type of shit you dealing with, like women are growing up to feel like and believe like if your man don't do this for you, if he don't do this for you, if he don't do this for you, that ain't the man for you. When they passing up their dream guy because they mamas or they aunties or social media that made them think if this man ain't got all this money, if he ain't selling drugs, if he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that, that ain't the man for you. When in reality, shit, it could have been the man for you, but you basing it off what everybody else is living off, how everybody else is living.
Do you agree with this, Ebony? I was telling this one chick, she was made a post about something like what men don't do. I'm like, shit, it's the men that you want. Maybe you should try dating somebody that wants you.
Right, because apparently she's going after something that she going out what she feels is what she feels she needs instead of just going out after what she attract or the man.
I'm
that
pretty
want
sure you ignore suitable guys all day.
And this is the thing too. A woman will chase behind a man who she think got some money. He'll treat her like dirt. He'll treat her like shit, and she'll still be chasing after him just because she's chasing after the fantasy after the ideal of the man.
And here she is passing me up
and
because I got on Crocs.
And then she'll go through all that bullshit he put her through because she think that that's normal. You know what I mean?
Not because she thinks that it's normal, but because he got money. So she be like,
yeah.
Well, I don't
and she'll think that
she'll
think that because he have money and how he treat her, that's how niggas with money supposed to treat. That's how they treat women. So she'll deal with it. She'll tolerate it because she don't have to. There's another nigga with some money who like her, but he may be lame.
Yeah, that's
in
what
her
it is. So
eyes.
he might be
And
like,
I'd be like,
or he might not, or like people that these women, like women are so busy chasing after this, what I'm gonna call it, like this hood rich lifestyle. Like so they subjecting themselves to all type of treatment from men, all type of anything. Like I'm speaking like off facts.
right.
Like bitches is they settling and they don't even know it because they feel like, well, he got all this money, so I ain't settling because I'm winning because he could buy me this or he could buy me that. But at the same time, it's a man. Oh, Joe over here, he might not got as much as him, but he gonna treat you a hell of a lot better.
And his money, he gonna be around. You know what I'm talking about? Like, think about how many times
and he
people
probably ain't got 9 women who all chasing the same thing you chasing. They all chasing the money. So he doing everything because he what's in right now. But then you dealing with him and you getting hurt and you're crying that night and you're sad and you want to fight and you just stepping outside your character. You're arguing with women. You're getting into a women. You're fighting women. You're beating your ass all because you chasing the dollar.
She gonna say yeah.
Hey, Ebony Fonte said, if a man trying to get with you and you don't like him, is it cool if your homeboy rock out with him?
Your homegirl.
Yeah.
Your homegirl.
Take that nigga down, shorty, if you like him. Why,
Ebony, introduce him. Ebony, you telling you
not this my homie.
Huh?
Ebony telling you introduce
like this
him.
My homie.
Hell yeah, I'll put him on. You want her number? Let me text her real quick and tell her you about to text her.
Dang.
Because if I don't have no interest in him, why can't she have interest in him? That might be what piques her interest, but he don't pique mine. So why would I feel a certain type of way because she want to talk to him? But you know what that is? That's because a lot of women see like a lot of women. You ever heard a woman say like, "Ain't nobody like your ass I got with you." And so women be feeling like, damn, like I ain't like it, but now my friend talking to him shit. But now I'm seeing he is kind of cute over there, or damn, he do be treating her nice.
You see the best in him now because her friend did.
Yeah, because now your friend brought the best out of him.
And what if he tried to pursue you, right? And then he messed with your homegirl, right? And then you see he a wonderful man. Would you regret not dealing with him, or would you think that you seen something in him that you didn't like in the first place anyway? That you wasn't gonna like him at all? No way.
Like,
would you? I'm asking you, would you regret that you like some dude liked you? You really didn't like him, but your homegirl liked him. So you was like, you know what I'm talking about? You tell her, hey man, go ahead, get up on him. Then you see that this is a great man. Like you see he good with her kids or his kids, and you know what I'm talking about? He taking care of the home and doing everything, and you still single. Would you regret that?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, like I just be like, damn, let that one slip through the cracks. But like, I wouldn't feel no ill way about her. I wouldn't feel ill towards
her.
Right?
Yeah.
I just be like, damn, let that one slip past the cracks.
Hey, you'd be like, girl, come over, I'm cooking, bring your man.
Hell no, don't bring your man.
I feel what you're saying. So you basically you'll take accountability for yourself.
I wouldn't be praying on their downfall or nothing like that because she deserved to be happy too. She went after what made her happy. It wasn't at the time. It wasn't what I wanted, so I skipped over it. Now I'm looking at them like, damn.
But yeah, that's because you a good friend. Most of these chicks don't be good friends. They just be convenient struggles. So hey, we can link up.
They just be turn up buddies. But at the same time, like no, like I wouldn't feel no certain type of way. But it's so crazy that you said that though because I've been in a lot of situations where like for instance, I don't want to say no name, but y'all know I just got out of a little situation. Not with who y'all thinking, but you know the other one.
Dang, that threw me off.
Like,
now I really don't know.
Go ahead with the story, man.
Okay, for instance, like when I was in a situation with Gully, like my friend was actually liking him. Like when we met him, she was liking him, like on him. And then like somebody told her something about him. I don't know what they told him. Something about like he used to be fat or something. She's like, oh hell no, he don't get back that. Hell no, I don't want to talk to him. But when I started talking to him, she used to call me like, oh damn, I ain't know this and I ain't know that. And I'm like, well, I mean, you ain't even try to find out either.
It ain't none of your business now.
Right. And now Big Mama got him and it's a wrap, you know.
He say he live a poly life. You say you got 2 wives, Maurice?
Wow, we gotta get you on the show and bring them.
Man, can you bring both of them on the show?
Yeah, or one.
He gonna be like, oh, it ain't that kind of poly life.
And then what he mean he don't have to deal with these type of women. So he feel like, see, I ain't gonna speak on that because I don't want to.
You definitely gotta be a different type of woman to
Go
do that.
ahead,
Poly
speak
life.
You gotta be a different type of woman for that
For
shit.
sure. Like low self-esteem.
You definitely gotta be a different type of woman.
You think so?
Like low self-esteem.
Yes,
like,
bro. Because I
like
got
a
too
little-
much
a little
pride and I'm
slow.
too selfish to be sharing.
It ain't even about sharing, but
Man, sharing to me, my ego.
But see, that's
Way
like,
set up.
see, that's the thing though. Like, what makes you think like you know, women outpopulate men, right?
I understand that. But
And
at the
you
same
also
time,
know
you
that,
can't tell
like,
me
in the way
with
that
these two
listen,
women,
in the way that men and women are structured, it's structured for a man to be able to go have sex with women. Like, okay, listen to this. If a man has sex with a woman, right, and she gets pregnant, she can't get pregnant again until she has that baby, right?
Mhm.
Can that
So
man
you
go
saying men
have
are just
more?
put here to procreate, huh?
Can that man go have another baby while she's
Yeah,
pregnant?
he can.
So
Yeah.
if he's able to do that, he would just technically be functioning in the way that he was actually nature intended for him to be able to function. So I don't see
That's
how.
intended for him to be able to function to have a baby. That don't mean you just got to go around sticking your dick and having babies.
He trying to excuse it.
Who?
Right,
No, I'm
come
not
on,
trying.
Racine.
What I'm saying is that, like, I could see, like, I don't think that it has nothing to do with no low self-esteem.
It's different.
I
from
would
a woman,
say,
bro.
I would
They
say a
operate
woman
different.
would have to be more comfortable with herself and have a higher
No, that's
self-esteem
not true.
to
That's
be
not
in
true.
a
That's
poly
not
life
true.
so that she
Just
doesn't.
because she's comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish. Then
So
I
just-
definitely want to speak on this point.
Just because, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I think that she would have to have a higher self-esteem and she would have to have a better understanding of herself so that she never reaches that point of jealousy. You know what I'm talking about? Because jealousy is a weak emotion, regardless of what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? Even though
Yeah, it
jealousy
is.
is
It is.
necessary in certain things, you know what I mean? Because it enables people to protect what they have, you know what I mean? Or not wanting to lose what they have, you know what I mean? So jealousy is an
Okay.
emotion, but it still is a weak form of emotion if you're thinking of that. I wouldn't share a man when most of these bitches sharing niggas anyway.
Okay, that's the point I'm hitting on. Like, okay, so you feel like a woman she's more comfortable in herself because she's willing to share a man with another woman versus a woman who's
Right,
not
because
willing to
listen, because like if they're in a poly relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean that they all three having sex together. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? They could be in a poly
listen,
relationship and they could be having sex individually. You know what I'm talking about? He having sex
In
with her
shifts.
one day. You say what? Yeah,
You
in
say in
shifts, or
shifts,
in
man.
days
but
or
listen,
whatever. You know what
so
I'm
do
talking
you
about? They
think
could
in
live in
your
the same
mind at
household or
any
not.
point in time, do you think in your mind at any point in time, like, okay, say for instance, okay, he got girl A and he got girl B. You think that, just because she's confident enough to be in a poly relationship, that if he skip her shift, if he skip girl A shift and go screw girl B 3 separate times, you think she's not gonna feel some type of way? It's not gonna do nothing but create bitterness in the whole situation.
But
Women
what if
who
he
get into
skip?
poly
He could be
situations
skipping,
like
but that doesn't.
But
that-
everybody
he
don't
can
base
skip.
everything on sex.
I mean, if that's the case, he might skip
but
both of them
it don't
bitches.
gotta be sex, right? Are you gonna let me talk?
You right.
It don't have to be sex. It could be anything. Oh, he's spending a little more time with her. Damn. Oh, he doing this for her. He ain't do that with me. Or damn, look how he kissed her. He ain't kissed me like that. You got to be out your mind to think that is not causing bitterness and jealousy.
I think those
There
are the
is
wrong
no-
things to be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you thinking
That's
about
not the
that?
wrong thing
Like,
to be thinking about. I'm in a
'cause
relationship
listen.
with this man. There is no point in time where I'm gonna feel like him doing anything with another woman is okay.
all right, I'm gonna ask you a question and I'm gonna shut you down
If
real
he's having
quick.
sex with him at
I'm
the-
gonna
at the
ask you a
same
question
time,
and I'm gonna shut you down real quick. Do
You're
you
not
think
gonna
a person can be in love with two people at the exact same time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he can be in love with two people at the same time, why can't you see that? Hey, he loved her just like he loved me.
Do you hear what I'm saying? You talking about the man. Yeah, he can love two people at the same time, but I'm talking about with these two women.
So why do you
There's
think?
going to be some jealousy.
Do you think a woman? Do you think a woman can love two men at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So if you understand that, then why can't you look at the relationship you in with a person and then look at the relationship he's in with another person and be like, damn,
Maybe
he
they
loves
feel
her
different
too.
roles, huh?
Listen, okay. since you brought that up, can a woman love two men at the same time? Yes, I've done it. Do you know how much bitter and jealousy it was between those two men?
Hey, but that's because, like, you have to understand that they wasn't in a poly relationship. They wasn't in agreement that they both was with you. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. Like, you're not listening to what I'm saying, because that's exactly what I'm saying. We are in agreement. Like, the two women, yeah, we agree. We're going to go be in this poly relationship. But at the same time, if one of them women feel like that other woman is getting more time than him, more attention than her, it's going to create bitterness and jealousy. And that's not because, oh, she's just totally weak. That's just because her emotions are going to get involved. And when she feels like she's being neglected or she's not getting as much time as the other woman, it's going to cause a problem.
But that's only if she's thinking about that. You might be. I just want to inform Uncle. We was talking about. I don't know if you heard what we was talking about in the background. We was talking about poly relationships, and they were saying that a woman would have to have a weak mind or be simple-minded to be in a relationship with a dude, because somebody commented that said that they was in a poly relationship and they glad they don't have to deal with women who have mentality like a girl from the video. And so I said that I don't think that a woman would be weak-minded or have to be low self-esteem in order for her to be in those situations. She may just have an understanding, you know what I mean, that a person can love more than one person at the same time and still love you no less. Do you think that a man who in a poly relationship, that the two women have to have low self-esteem?
It looked like he supposed to be saying.
I think he's fixing this earpiece.
Oh, okay, he better be
doing. You ain't hear me. You ain't hear me, huh?
I'm trying to mess with these earbud shits. These are my son shits. I don't even know how to use them. The shits died a second ago. I tried to charge them real quick, but I don't know if they're working. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can't hear shit.
We can hear you. You can't hear us?
Fonte, go to sleep. Fonte needs to go to sleep.
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know why you can't hear us. Fonte said half of Southern Illinois in a poly relationship.
I know.
But maybe we're close to the end anyway. You probably could really just take them out and just use your phone. I said we're close to the end anyway. You could probably just take them out and just use your phone. You can hear us?
It's low. I don't know why it's so low on my phone. That's crazy.
Okay, no. But did you hear what I was asking you? We was talking about one of the guys that commented and said that he was in a poly relationship and that he was glad that he was in one because he don't have to deal with women like in the video. I don't know if you can hear me, huh?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. He was glad he didn't have to deal with women in the relationship like the women in the video because he in a poly relationship. And Ebony and Cam said that women who are in a poly relationship will have to have low self-esteem and be weak-minded women to be in that. And I said that I think that they would have to have a strong mind and have high self-esteem to be accepting of those. What do you think?
I mean, if it's organic and they really down for it, it's not just on some I'm doing this just so this nigga keep me around shit. I think it's a beautiful thing. You got to be a strong motherfucker to share anything that you love. So that in itself is just some shit to be commended because right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that strong. I know I couldn't do it just for the physicalities of it because I couldn't imagine sharing no box with another nigga. You know what I'm saying? On a regular bit, like, but see, that's too weird. That's too intimate for me.
I was saying I could like, and then people, you know, I guess that's kind of biased because, you know, people would be like, you know, like if it's not good for, you know, a man wouldn't do it, why would we think that, you know, about women could do it? And I mean, like I was saying, like I said before, you know, a woman, once she gets pregnant, she can't get pregnant again until after she has that baby. Whereas a man could go, he can get every woman that he has sex with every time he has sex with him pregnant. I'm just telling you that I'm telling you how people are designed.
Nobody is going into a poly relationship because I'm gonna get her pregnant and then I
was giving you an example. I was not saying that's the reason.
A horrible example.
Get the hell out of here! You act like
I just think it'll be a front racing because when man, yeah, I want my own.
Period.
I mean, I understand that. I don't know. I think I probably could.
Because I'm too strong
in a relationship with one woman, let alone two. Like that's two extra headaches.
Man.
That's the same thing as this. Okay, listen to this. That's the same thing as like, okay, I got my man, but he got a side bitch. If you continue to deal with that man, why you know he messing with this woman, y'all in a poly fucking relationship.
True. Yeah. And that's what I said. I
look
said
how-
most
look
women
how
are
much
probably in
anger and
relationships and
bitterness
they don't
those
even
cause.
know it.
Look at how much anger and bitterness those cause.
Definitely, man. I mean, I just think, man, I just don't think that it has nothing to do with, talking about no low self-esteem. But like I said, man,
definitely think
maybe that might
Because
be
who willing to settle for that? Who willing to settle for that?
I don't know.
But it's not. You gotta keep in mind. It's not settling. If that's like, if you take a broad that equally likes dudes as much as she likes women, then she's not settling in her mind. She has the best of both worlds.
That's deep.
I could definitely see that. Like, I definitely could see, like, I would definitely, because I feel like if I was in a poly relationship, the woman.
Can I finish my sentence without y'all just jumping in? I could be doing the
not this her show, but go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, back to what Unc said. There's still some bitterness is still going to be created. It might not be a broad spectrum, but it's going to be created.
But maybe that bitterness is what you think. That doesn't mean that your mentality is what every woman thinks.
It's going to be jealousy. It's going to be some side eyes. It's going to be some faces. It's going to be something. I'm telling you, she might not be telling her partners, but I'm telling you, she's telling her homegirl, girl, yeah, he was with her the other day, or she think he all hers. No, that shit. Those women are weak, because the women who don't have a problem with it is because the man has all control. He's controlling. He's dominating them. And that's why they don't have.
He said they've been living together for 2 years, and he's not a side guy. They solid. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, some stuff works.
Listen, he said they've been married for 15 years, and they done had the third wheel for 3 years, and they've been living together for 2. That's
okay. So did your wife that you was with for 15 years just accept her?
We're gonna have them on the podcast. We're gonna save all.
No, listen. Okay, so y'all been together 15 years. Y'all was together 15 years. Okay, then you invited another woman into your relationship. Okay, now she y'all.
But how you know his wife didn't invite her?
Are you gonna let me finish? I didn't say who invited her. I said y'all invited another person, and now this is y'all side woman. Okay. Did she invite her in because you was already messing with her and she didn't want to lose you? So she said, okay, well, I'll accept that, and you could bring her in and we can all be together.
I get that.
I know people personally who have been with a man and he be cheating on them. And he'd be like, well, y'all want to have a threesome, and then they had a threesome, and then he'd be like, y'all want to just be together in a couple, and then they be together.
So we could do this. So we could do this all the time.
Not coerce.
So we ain't gotta. We could just do this all the time. We ain't gotta.
Yeah, we ain't gotta. We're gonna be together, and then the women end up hating each other. Like, that shit crazy. You gotta be weak. You weak as hell to sit here and be like, I'm strong, and I'm going to share my man with her.
It'll be a lot of time out in the house every time they argue. Go get a time out.
Right, and it's gonna be that way because they letting that man have all the control. That man is controlling the situation, and he's dominating.
Yeah,
but he just said she like girls. He never invited her, so obviously it was his wife's idea.
So the girl invited her. Why? Because he did you sleep with her before she got invited, or did the girl?
Well, then, according to your logic, that means she has all the control since it was her idea.
Yeah.
Right.
He
said now after 15 years we switched things up.
Like girls, he probably slept with this girl. The girlfriend found out, so she I like girls, and I don't want to lose my man.
But see, you basing it off of what you think and not what you.
Yeah, that's a hell of an assumption right there.
He already answered it.
He said no after 15 years. Oh, okay.
We switched things up. We was more mentally. He was fucking old girl, and his wife found out.
She done created a whole new episode.
Yeah,
that's deep. Now he really got to come on and say that.
Let's be real with that shit. I got 2 boyfriends now. The shit driving me crazy.
Fuck.
You different.
You know why? Because you're not meant to be a boss.
She can't get them together under one roof.
They still going with it, ain't they?
I mean, that doesn't mean you're a great leader, though. That just means, you just got the fucking clipboard in your hand.
You say even the team that go 2-82, they still got a coach.
Man.
Yeah, they still got a coach and a mascot.
We ain't got no mascot, but we definitely winning.
Y'all got a coach. You say you the coach.
Now look, okay. Now why do you want 2 boyfriends?
I was joking. I don't got 2 boyfriends.
Not you got 2 boyfriends. Great mind.
I was joking.
All right.
Hey man, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, man, for another episode of Allegedly, man. We're gonna get up out of here, man.
Hey,
and
on
we
the next
appreciate
one, we gonna get Reese in here.
for stopping through again, man.
in his pieces for one of the episodes. He said,
"Oh, we definitely gonna bring this poly episode back up, and we gonna definitely bring y'all two back, man. We appreciate everybody who came in, tuned in tonight.
What's the
Fontaine,
next
Maurice,
episode?
every Wednesday.
We gonna do the wire.
she said through the wire.
Wow. Not political. Not as getting political.
Hey, no, hey, listen. She talking about we gonna have a paperwork party on the.
That'll be dope.
Oh shit!
We're gonna have a
You on there, Unc, or you out of this one?
Party?
Yo, nah, I'm with it. Y'all just gotta tell me who we talking. It don't even matter. You know I'm with the bullshit anyway. But I appreciate y'all fellas for having me back. It's a pleasure every time.
I work with it sound just like Unc.
You say Unc can narrate the paperwork? You got the voice.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all coming in, man. We out here, man.
Y'all need to add me to the podcast permanently.
Man, you're gonna have to be more consistent.
Can you be still?
Man. Yeah, we can't be doing a show with you in the car via satellite.
Okay, so what day? Okay, so y'all
Wednesday.
Every Thursday.
Every Wednesday. 10 p.m. It ain't even Thursday.
Every Wednesday at 10.
Yeah.
At 10 p.m., man. Every Wednesday, man. You need to start.
You show us you can be here on time 3 weeks in a row. We might reconsider.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now balls in your court, player.
Yeah, because we was gonna have Charmonique on here, but she backed out on us and shit in the end.
She probably going through some mental issues.
Fuck.
She did not. Also need a
you couldn't even hold your black sister down.
She be holding herself down.
Not the therapist, be the therapist.
Saying one thing, doing the other. Saying one thing, doing the other. And you're using my mental health against me. You using your mental health against you, bitch. You'll be confusing us.
Man, I say, what do therapists go get therapy?
Right.
Ooh.
Come sit on my couch. I'll get you together.
Man, listen, man. We out, man. We out,
man.
y'all.
I don't want to see that
man.
part.
Allegedly, one episode down, y'all. Love y'all, man.
Hardly wrong when I'm right, I'm hardly correct. Hardly alive, but I'm good, but hardly a mess.